everybody, welcome to 2022 in the Pottery on Bonaire. I wish you all a very, very happy new year. May your dreams come true and may we all live in health and in love and in wisdom. I started 2022 with getting back on the wheel again and making small budvases. I have a few here. But I'd like to tell you something about my inspiration. I took a few days off during the holiday period, and I started sewing. Can you believe it? Sewing. This is one of the things I made. This cute little top. Don't worry, this is not going to become a sewing channel. I hadn't sewn anything for 30 years? I don't know. And I was so inspired by those beautiful, beautiful fabrics that are out there. And they gave me new ideas for decorations, for the surface decorations on my pots. And you know, when you make your business out of your passion, you're lucky. I consider myself lucky, and I'm very, very grateful that I can do that. But also I have noticed you need another hobby. And that's why I'm an avid art journaler. I sometimes paint, but I thoroughly enjoyed the sewing. And because of that, I dove into fabrics and I watched YouTube films, videos, and I did a lot of online searching and browsing, and that's where that inspiration came from. So doing something different every now and then, I can recommend it. What's the right word? Invigorating, inspiring. Gets the mojo going. So I was very happy with that. I started just to get back into the swing of things because I hadn't been on the wheel for about, I don't know, 10 days, maybe even 2 weeks. So I started out with small budvases, and I had the camera rolling. I just edited everything. It has become a little bit of a longer video than you're used to see from me. I mean, if you're bored, just, scroll through. That's not a problem. And these are a few that are not in the video. I did a flamingos graffito one as well. This is a patchwork one. It looks a bit funky because there's wax on it. I did some Mishima inlay through a layer of wax, so that's why it looks a bit dull and funny, but the wax will of course burn off, and we'll see how this comes out of the glaze firing. And this is inspired, well, I just told you I'm going to take the lid off because I know how clumsy I am, and I will drop it. This is bone dry, so if I drop it, it will break. Maybe I can, hold on. Where does it fit? It fits like this. This is, oh no, that doesn't work. This is inspired by all those beautiful, mainly botanical fabrics. And there's one or two in the video of that. There's also some graffito and turtles in the video. And I have left some in real time. I have sped up some parts because if I wouldn't have, this would have been hours long. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, of course, there's always room for questions. So drop me a question in the comments and I will get back to you. And yeah, first video of 2022. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Well, hello everybody. You can't see me, but I'm here. Here they are. They are now leather hard, and some of them need a little bit of trimming. And I like a nice bevel, and sometimes it works while I'm on the wheel with my tool, sometimes it doesn't. So I'll be just putting them back on the wheel and touching them up a little bit. The working sounds are now over, so I can talk to you again. Hello. Yeah, I'll be trimming these. Some of them a little bit more than others. Let me see, there was one that I thought something didn't go very right. Look at that one. There's just the tiniest bit of a hump here. And although it feels good, the weight is good, I want to take that off. So they won't get I won't be trimming a foot ring. These are the small budvases. I make them as kiln fillers. And I have to say, they sold pretty good for Christmas. So that's why I'm making new ones. And I have a few commissions ready for a bisque fire. But they're a little bit bigger. So I need some smaller things to fill the kiln. So here we go. You probably won't be seeing it very well because, as you can hear the clicking, I'm putting on my wheel and shifting it to the clockwise direction. I'm left-handed, and although I throw, well, so-called right-handed, I like to have my tool for trimming in my left hand. So I'll be trimming on the other side, which you can see, but hopefully you can see the results. I center only this part. If it's a bit wobbly down there, that's okay. Oops! That happens sometimes when you're not using given grips and things like that. Especially when they have a narrow top. And this is now done. This is the one that gets the most trimming, so there's not a lot of trimming to do. There you go. Beautiful bottom, nice bevel, and I will stamp it with I made my, come on, focus. There it is. That's my Pottery stamp. It's a bisqued one. Made it myself. There we go. Oops. That's how fast it goes. Nice bevel and a stamp and a smooth bottom. Just a few minutes work, and they all have a finished look. Oh, you can see what I'm doing. They all have a finished look because of that bevel. And now it's time for the other fun part, the decorating. I am going to start the decoration of these two. I thought I'd start with the decoration that is, well, what shall we call it, the simplest, easiest, which is, or will be, 3 layers of this one, underglaze. It was the, look, it's finished. So I poured it in, the last bit I poured it in the cap, or the lid. And, well, this is, you know, very, very straightforward. Let's turn on my wheel. It doesn't really have to be exactly in the middle. I'm just going to go like this. Oops, don't push that hard. Oops. Well, you get the idea, right? I will do this 3 times for both of them, and then they will be carved. And during I will put on a glaze to give it a special effect later. This I will show you. This is very tiny. Let me see if you... Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Tiny oolite. Perfectly round spheres, very small. That just, I don't know, it happens to a lot of the underglazes by Amico. I do not exactly know technically what it is, but they sometimes are there. And I usually just wait until everything's dried and you can just flick them off. They're not a real problem. If you leave them on there, they can leave black pits. Well, here's the next phase, even more up close and personal. It's now dried. And I'm going to carve these. On one of my other videos, somebody asked me about the tool I use to design or draw or carve. Initially, if I'm doing my sgraffito, and that is this one. Let me see if I can get it up close. It's a simple stylus. It has a little ball on the tip. This one was gifted to me by a friend, and she got it from a nail art supplier. So they're tiny little balls. You can buy these in ceramic supply shops as well. I like to carve my design with that little ball. It leaves less sharp burrs. But of course it also depends on at what moment you start carving. This might be a little wet, but we'll see. I'm going to do some turtles, and when I do them, I always do them freehand. I have drawn so many of them, and when I first started to draw them, I practiced first on, on a piece of paper with a pencil, and now I can just, I can go for it. So here we go. usually I do this sitting down with a towel in my lap and have them in my lap, but just to show you what I'm doing. I am now standing at my wheel. I don't make a big fuss of these burrs just yet. The big ones I take off, that's all. The rest will come off later when it's dried. There's the first one. I almost put his head upside down. I like to give them bubbles as if they are having a conversation. There we go. Oh. Now this will get a glaze. I will glaze it with Pearl White by Spectrum. And then, let me show you, the effect will be like this. Except there will be turtles instead of flowers. I go a bit fast, so it is which prevents me to be too neat and too tidy, because I do like that leftover pattern, that one. And if I think too much about it, it will just become stripy and too neat, and I don't want that. As you can tell, I start carving from the design down. Let me show you. Can I show you? It's a bit awkward, but because if I'm carving towards a design, I might slip and go through the design. So I will be twisting and turning the pot. I'll turn it around and start from the design down to meet up there. Well, that's done. What I do now is check for big chunks of leftover turquoise that I want to reduce a little bit. It's a little bit much here. Take a little bit away. Bottom. And there it is. I came up with new designs, new ideas, and why the bleep not way more colors and more bright than I usually do. This is one I just made. It's an experiment, and I have to say it's a bit fiddly on a small bud vase like this, and you guys are going to have to use your imagination for the colors. Because there is a bright orange in there and there's a beige in there, and you know, these are slips and underglazes, so the colors won't really show until they until it's fired and it has a glaze on it. But I like it, and I'm going to show you a next version of this one. It won't be the same, of course, but I have my things laid out here. I have my slips. I hope you can see my textiles, the colors. I have some masks, I have some stencils I made from newspaper. Of course, my sgraffito tool, and who knows, maybe I'll unscrew the kitchen sink and throw it at it as well. So, here we go with this one. So there we have it, all done. And these will be the colors. This will be the purple, This will be the yellow. Can you see? Oh, look. This is the background color. And these are all made with mason stains except for the purple. The purple is an Amico. And now we just have to wait and see how it turns out after the glaze firing. Thanks for watching, everybody. My first getting back into the swing of it video of 2022. There will be kiln openings and other pottery videos to come, but I have made a start in 2022. Started small, and who knows what else I'll come up with. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.